There is an ancient truth that echoes in every corner of the human experience. What you see is not always what is real. It is easy to be deceived by appearances, to mistake the mask for the soul, the surface for the depths. But when you stop looking only at the surface and begin to see the person within, everything changes. You begin to recognize the beauty, the struggle, the potential, and the truth in every soul you encounter. You begin to see that what lies beneath the mask is far more powerful than the mask itself. People wear masks. It is a natural defense mechanism, a shield that protects them from a world that too often judges too quickly, that condemns without understanding. They wear these masks to hide their fears, their insecurities, their wounds. The mask is not always a liet, is a shield, a way to survive in a world that does not always allow people to be vulnerable. But behind every mask is a person, a story, a heart that beats with the same fears, the same desires, and the same yearning for connection that you carry within yourself. To truly see a person, you must look beyond the mask. You must look with empathy, with understanding, with an open heart. You must be willing to see the human being who stands before you, not their mistakes, not their flaws, not their shortcomings, but their essence. The true strength of any relationship lies in your ability to see the person beneath the mask, to look past the outer shell, and recognize the light that shines within them, even if that light is hidden behind walls of fear or doubt. Remember, success hugs you in private, but failure slaps you in public. The world may cheer you when you succeed, but it is in the silence of your struggle that you learn who you truly are. It is in the moments when no one is watching, when the world does not applaud, that your true character is forged. And the same is true for others. Those who wear masks are often hiding the parts of themselves they fear others will not accept. But those very parts are the ones that hold the most power for growth, for change, and for connection. Do not judge them by the mask they wear. Judge them by the heart they hold, by the courage it takes to strip away the false facades and show up as their authentic selves. The truth is, we all wear masks at times. We all hide behind certain images, certain roles, certain expectations. But deep within us, beyond the layers of who we are expected to be, lies the person we truly are. Our thoughts make us what we are, and our thoughts shape the masks we wear. Our beliefs, our fears, and our experiences have a profound impact on how we present ourselves to the world. And yet, despite the masks we wear, the truth remains. You are worthy of being seen for who you truly are. To truly connect with others, to truly form meaningful relationships, you must be willing to look beyond the surface. Do not judge a person by the role they play, by the image they project, by the mask they wear. See the person beneath it, all the vulnerable, the raw, the real. And when you do this, you create a space for them to be real with you. You create a bond that transcends the superficial, that goes deeper than the words spoken or the actions performed. It is the connection of souls, not the connection of masks. In the same way, you must learn to see yourself beyond the mask you wear. It is easy to fall into the trap of believing you are defined by what others think of you, by the roles you play, by the image you project. But remember this, you are not the mask you wear. You are the soul beneath it. You are the thoughts you think, the actions you take, the intentions you set. You are the sum of your experiences, your growth, your willingness to transform. And when you begin to see yourself for who you truly are, when you stop hiding behind the mask of perfection, of fear, of insecurity, you open the door to your truest self. And in doing so, you give others permission to do the same. You cannot change what you cannot see. You cannot heal what you cannot face. But when you look within, when you confront the fears and doubts that hide beneath the surface, you free yourself. You allow yourself to step into the fullness of who you are, unashamed and unafraid. Only then can you live authentically, with peace in your heart and clarity in your mind. Only then can you fully embrace the beauty of your own soul and the souls of others. No matter what happens in life, always be yourself. Do not let the world mold you into someone you are not. Do not let the opinions of others dictate who you should be. When you become comfortable in your own skin, when you strip away the masks and stand in your own truth, you become a beacon for others to do the same. There is power in authenticity. There is strength in vulnerability. When you allow yourself to be seen, truly seen, you invite others to do the same. And in this space of authenticity, magic happens. You begin to attract people who resonate with your true self, people who see you for who you are, not for the mask you wear. You form connections that are deep, meaningful, and lasting. You build relationships based on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. And when you encounter those who still wear masks, who still hide behind facades, you will not judge them. Instead, you will offer them the grace of seeing them beyond their mask, offering them the gift of compassion and understanding. You are worthy of connection. You are worthy of being seen for who you truly are. And so is everyone else. When you choose to see the person within, not just the mask they wear, you open the door to a new way of relating to others, a way that is rooted in empathy, compassion, and deep understanding. You begin to realize that we are all the same beneath the surface. We all have our struggles. We all wear our masks. But beneath it all, we are all seeking the same thing: to be seen, to be heard, and to be loved for who we truly are. So let go of judgment. Let go of the need to categorize people based on what they show you on the outside. Look deeper, see the person within, and in doing so, you will transform your relationships, your life, and the world around you. When you see the person within, you unlock the truth of who they are, and in turn, you unlock the truth of who you are. And that, my friend, is where true connection begins. You have the power to change how you see others and how you see yourself. It is time to remove the masks. It is time to see the beauty that lies beneath. It is time to see the person, not the mask they wear. As you begin to see the person beneath the mask, you will notice a profound shift within yourself. There is a quiet strength that arises when you look at others with compassion. When you acknowledge the stories they carry without judgment, you begin to see the humanity in them, the struggles, the fears, the triumphs that lie hidden behind the surface. And in doing so, you start to recognize these same qualities within yourself. You are not perfect, and neither is anyone else. We all carry scars. We all wear masks. But it is in these imperfections that we find our greatest beauty. The flaws we so often try to hide are the very things that make us unique, that make us human. The moment you accept this truth, when you stop hiding your own imperfections and begin to embrace them, you unlock a freedom unlike any other. You are no longer bound by the need to be flawless. You are free to be real, to be vulnerable. And in that vulnerability, there is strength. As you see others through this lens, as you look past their masks and into their souls, you begin to understand the power of connection. You begin to realize that everyone, whether they show it or not, is searching for the same thing: understanding, acceptance, and love. When you give them these things, when you offer them a space where they can drop their masks, you transform the relationship. It moves beyond the superficial and into something deeper, something more meaningful. It is no longer just about what people can do for you or what they can provide. It becomes about how deeply you can see into their hearts, how much you are willing to understand their journey, and how much grace you can offer them. The beauty of this is that as you see others, you start to see yourself more clearly. You stop hiding behind your own masks. You stop pretending to be someone you are not, and you begin to embrace the fullness of who you are. This is where the real transformation begins, when you stop measuring yourself against the world's standards and start measuring yourself by your own heart. When you let go of the need for approval, when you stop caring what others think about the person you show them, that is when you step into your true power. You become the person you were always meant to be, free from the constraints of fear, free from the lies of the mask. The world will always try to tell you who you should be, what you should wear, how you should act. But remember, none of that matters. What matters is how you feel when you are alone with yourself, when you look into the mirror of your soul and see who you truly are, and when you are able to see others as they truly are, without judgment, without expectation. You create a space for both them and yourself to be free. You see, no one else can define you. No one else can tell you who you are or who you should be. Only you can do that. And the more you step into your authentic self, the more you give others permission to do the same. You become a light, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. When you accept yourself without reservation, when you stop hiding behind your mask, you begin to shine with a quiet, powerful force that cannot be ignored. And in your light, others will find the courage to remove their masks as well. The most powerful relationships are not built on superficial connections, on what you can get from someone or what you can do for them. They are built on real, raw, honest connections. They are built on the ability to see the person beneath the mask, to understand their fears, their hopes, their struggles, and to love them through it all. This kind of connection is rare, but it is the kind that transforms lives. It is the kind that creates bonds that are unbreakable, that go deeper than any mask can hide. So I ask you, when you meet someone new, when you look into their eyes, will you see the mask or will you see the person? Will you judge them for the walls they have put up to protect themselves? Or will you look deeper and acknowledge their humanity? Will you see their pain, their beauty, their strength, and offer them the grace to be who they are? When you do, you will find that the world opens up to you in ways you never imagined. Relationships will deepen, your understanding of others will expand, and your life will become richer in ways that cannot be measured by material success. This is not just about seeing others. This is about seeing yourself. When you remove your own mask, when you look at yourself in the mirror and see the person beneath all the roles you play, all the labels you wear, you will be amazed at the depth of your own strength, your own beauty, your own potential. You were not meant to live behind a mask. You were meant to live authentically, to be seen for who you truly are, and to connect with others from that place of truth. The person you are is enough. The person you are is beautiful. And when you see yourself and others through the lens of authenticity, the world will reflect that truth back to you. Life will no longer be about pretending. It will be about being yourself, being true, being real. And in that space of truth, you will find freedom, love, and connection like never before. So, as you move through the world, as you interact with others, remember this: see the person beneath the mask. See the soul, not just the surface. And in doing so, you will unlock the power of connection, the power of understanding, and the power of love. And when you begin to see others in their fullness, when you begin to see the person within, you will start to see the person within yourself too. And that is where the real transformation begins. As you continue on this journey of seeing others and yourself with a clearer vision, you will start to understand something profound. We are all just trying to find our way in a world that often expects us to hide parts of ourselves. The masks we wear are not signs of weakness. They are signs of survival. They are the shields we carry to protect ourselves from a world that does not always understand vulnerability. But when you begin to look beyond those shields, when you start to see the stories behind the masks, you realize that no one is truly invincible. We are all carrying burdens, and we are all seeking love, acceptance, and belonging. It's easy to judge someone by the mask they wear, the facade they put up to navigate through life. But when you pause to look deeper, you'll discover that the mask is only a small part of who they are. Behind every mask is a person with a heart full of dreams, with struggles they may never speak of, with hopes that may never be realized if no one takes the time to see them for who they truly are. When you see the person behind the mask, you stop seeing them as an obstacle, an enemy, or someone to be compared to. You see them as a fellow traveler on this human journey, someone who deserves compassion and understanding, just as you do. The same is true for how you must begin to view yourself. The mask you wear is often a reflection of how the world has shaped you, of the fears and judgments you've internalized over time. But underneath it all is your authentic self, waiting to be seen not just by others, but by you. So many people live their lives hidden behind a facade, never allowing themselves to fully step into the light of their own truth. But the moment you drop the mask, the moment you stop pretending to be something you're not, you begin to experience life in its fullest, richest form. There is an incredible freedom in embracing who you truly are. It is not about being perfect, about living up to some idealized version of yourself. It's about being real, allowing your imperfections, your vulnerability, and your authenticity to shine through. When you do this, you invite others to do the same. You create a space where true connection is possible, where people can be seen for who they really are. The mask starts to lose its grip, and the heart begins to take center stage. But it requires courage. Courage to remove the layers you've built up over the years. Courage to confront the parts of yourself you've been afraid to show. Courage to let go of the judgment, the shame, and the fear of being rejected for who you truly are. When you have the courage to be authentic, to show up in the world as your true self, you give others permission to do the same. When you start to see others beyond their masks, you open yourself up to a whole new way of living. The relationships you build become stronger, more meaningful, and more honest. You no longer waste time trying to impress or please others. Instead, you focus on creating genuine connections, ones built on mutual understanding, respect, and compassion. You see that no one is perfect, but we are all capable of growing, changing, and supporting one another on this shared journey. The truth is that everyone wears a mask at some point in their lives. And while it's easy to get caught up in judging others for their masks, it's important to remember that we all have them. The key is not in judging them, but in seeing the person behind them. It's in understanding that the mask doesn't define them. It's just a shield they carry to protect themselves. What truly defines them is their heart, their desires, their struggles, their story. And in this understanding, you start to realize that the mask you wear, the one you've been hiding behind, is not a prison. It's simply a layer that can be shed when you're ready. The world may not always accept you for who you truly are, but when you accept yourself, when you embrace your truth, you no longer need the validation of others. You no longer need to wear a mask to fit in. You become your own validation. You become your own source of peace and strength. This is the journey of self-discovery, learning to see the person within, not just the mask they wear. It's a journey of peeling away the layers of doubt, fear, and insecurity, and embracing the person you were always meant to be. It's about finding peace in your own authenticity, in your own truth, and sharing that truth with the world. As you step into your own authenticity, you will notice that the world around you begins to shift. You no longer attract superficial relationships or fleeting connections. Instead, you begin to attract those who see you for who you truly are. The people who appreciate your authenticity, who value your uniqueness, and who are willing to walk with you on this journey of growth and transformation. In doing so, you will experience a life that is richer, deeper, and more meaningful. You will no longer live in fear of being judged or misunderstood because you have already accepted yourself. And when you accept yourself, you give others the freedom to do the same. So, look beyond the masks, both the masks you wear and the masks others wear. See the person behind them. See the human being, the soul, the heart. And in doing so, you will not only transform your relationships with others, but you will also transform your relationship with yourself. You will begin to understand that the greatest power lies not in the facade we present to the world, but in the authenticity we hold within. And when you embrace that power, you unlock a life filled with freedom, connection, and love. The person beneath the mask is waiting to be seen. Let today be the day you choose to see them, and in doing so, see yourself. Let today be the day you choose to be real, to be authentic, to be fully you. The world is waiting for the person you were always meant to be. Step into the light. The world will not just see you, they will be inspired by you. And in this inspiration, you will find the true beauty of life's journey. As you continue to peel away the layers, you will begin to understand a profound truth. The act of seeing others beyond their masks is not just an act of kindness towards the myth, is an act of kindness towards yourself. When you let go of the need to judge, to categorize, to label, you create space for true connection to flourish. You allow yourself to be open, to embrace the imperfection in others and in yourself. And in that space of acceptance, you find peace. The truth is that we are all walking through life with our own unique burdens, our own unique fears, and our own unique dreams. The masks we wear are not a sign of weakness, but of strength. They are the protective walls we've built to guard our hearts, our souls, from the judgments and disappointments we've faced along the way. But in those walls, we lose something vital: connection. When we stay behind our masks, we remain disconnected not only from others, but also from the fullness of our own being. To be truly seen is one of the most powerful experiences you can offer to another. And yet, so few people ever experience it. So many live their entire lives hiding behind a persona, pretending to be someone they're not, believing they must wear a mask to be accepted or loved. But true acceptance comes when you allow others to see the person beneath the mask, to see the raw, real, unfiltered version of yourself. This is where deep connection is born, when we let down our walls, our pretenses, and allow ourselves to be seen, not for who we think others want us to be, but for who we truly are. And in this vulnerability, in this act of being seen, we discover our truest power. It's not in perfection. It's not in the masks we wear or the roles we play. It's in the truth of who we are, in the courage to stand in the light of our own being, without shame, without fear, and without the need for validation from anyone. When you allow yourself to stand in this truth, you release the shackles that bind you to a version of yourself that never existed in the first place. When you see others for who they truly are, when you look past their masks, you open up a doorway to authentic relationships. These are not the shallow, transactional relationships that are built on surface-level interactions or fleeting connections. These are the relationships that touch the soul, the ones that run deep, rooted in mutual respect, understanding, and compassion. These are the relationships that allow both people to grow, to evolve, and to become the best versions of themselves. When you show up for others in this way, when you choose to see beyond their masks, you give them permission to do the same for you. You begin to create a culture of authenticity, a culture where people feel safe to be real, to be vulnerable, and to show up as their true selves. And in that space, something incredible happens. Trust is born. Trust in yourself, trust in others, and trust in the process of life itself. The world is full of people wearing masks, hiding their true selves behind the facades they've built to protect their hearts. But when you begin to see beyond the mask, you create a ripple effect that spreads out into the world. You begin to shift the narrative. You begin to change the way we relate to one another. And as you allow others to see you for who you truly are, you give them the gift of connection. You offer them the opportunity to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel understood. And this is the gift that keeps on giving. But it's not just about others. It's about you, too. How often do you look at yourself and see only the mask you wear? How often do you hide behind the expectations, the roles, the labels that have been imposed upon you by society, by family, by friends, by the world? How often do you look at yourself in the mirror and see someone you feel you must be, rather than the person you truly are? You were never meant to hide. You were never meant to shrink. You were meant to stand in the fullness of your being, unapologetically. And in doing so, you give others the permission to do the same. The world needs the real youth, authentic, raw, unfiltered version of yourself. When you allow yourself to be seen, to be truly seen, you allow others to find the courage to show up as their true selves too. And in this process, you create a bond of connection that goes beyond what words can express. The mask you wear is not the real you. It is the person you've convinced yourself you must be. But the person you truly are is powerful beyond measure. The person you truly are is enough. And when you start to see yourself for who you truly are without the mask, without the armor, you begin to realize that you were never meant to hide, never meant to shrink, never meant to settle. You were meant to shine. So, look within. See the person beneath the mask. Embrace the beauty of your imperfections. Let go of the need to be anyone other than who you are. Let go of the fear of being rejected or misunderstood. You are worthy of love, of connection, of peace. You are worthy of being seen. And when you choose to be seen, when you choose to show up authentically and unapologetically, you will find that the world responds to you in ways you could never have imagined. Relationships will deepen. Opportunities will open. Your heart will expand. And in this expansion, you will find the true magic of life, the magic of authenticity, the magic of seeing and being seen, the magic of stepping into your power and embracing who you truly are. Let today be the day you choose to remove the mask. Let today be the day you choose to be real. Let today be the day you choose to see the person within and allow others to do the same. When you do, you will discover that the most beautiful connections are the ones that are built on truth, on vulnerability, on authenticity. And in that space, you will find the deepest, most meaningful relationships of your life. You are worthy of love, connection, and peace, just as you are. Let go of the masks and step into your true power. The world is waiting for you to show up as your real self. And in doing so, you will change not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. So, let each moment in your life serve as a reminder that you don't have to hide who you are. Let go of the mask you've been wearing all these years and allow the world to see you, the real you, with all the perfection in your flaws and strength in your vulnerability. Only when you dare to be true to yourself can you fully embrace everything you deserve: love, connection, and inner peace. Stop seeking approval from the outside and instead seek peace from within. See yourself not through the standards of society or the expectations of others, but through the honesty and courage to live as the person you truly are. Only then can you experience the true power of freedom, not from the things around you, but from accepting yourself and allowing your true light to shine without fear. When you live authentically, you create a world where others can do the same. And in that world, there is no place for false facades, no room for pretense. Every encounter, every relationship becomes a deep connection, an opportunity for us to share, learn, and grow together. So walk this path, the path of truth and freedom. You don't need to be anyone other than yourself, because you are already strong enough, already enough, just as you are. And in that strength, you will find a life full of meaning and connection, where you shine simply because you are being the most authentic version of yourself.